Wait.
Oh, if such an artist truly existed, I supply ore to pigment Oh, they bought... People don't use... I remember you saying you couldn't afford the fancy pigments, so you made your own. That stuck with me. So when those guys asked for leftovers, I paid extra attention.
Are you sure you can tell us this? I thought they asked you to keep it a secret.
They turned out to be thieves who stole from me during the night. When I found out, I reported the theft to the patrollers, and that was the end of it. Thieves don't deserve my business or respect. Of course, help yourself.
If this is the situation...
Rover? Hey! Rover! What brings you here? It's been ages since we last met. The patrol station's been pretty busy lately, so I haven't had the time to catch up with you. And Zezhi's here too. Hiya! Do you remember me? We met at the moon chasing festival. Oh, are you alright? You don't look well. Do you need help?
Hello? No, it's not. No, thank you.
The painting we had you do for us during the festival is awesome. Everyone...
Really? I'm glad you all like it.
We'd also like to invite you to our station, so we can formally thank you in person. Wait, how about coming to the station with me today? Are you heading back to the city?
But we're still okay.
Oh, is this not a good time? Oh, I get it. In that case, it's probably not the best time for a get-together.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just tell me if you need any help. Oh, I'm here to support the patrollers. There was an assault near the mine recently, and they're short on people to investigate. What's odd is those monsters haven't caused any more trouble since we got here. Right now, we're talking to witnesses and trying to figure out what triggered the incident.
Did something just happen over there?
Don't tell me it's a tacit discord! Hold on, just got a message. Seems like they really are stirring up trouble again. Sorry, but I gotta go check this out.
Should we go as well? You could be right, but there's... After Rover and I bumped into each other, we decided to investigate the surroundings and follow Patroller Chisha to the scene of the incident. It was there we learned about the details of Mingyan's offense and the truth behind the tale of the arcane artist.
Once Zezhi has the paintbrush in her hand, she begins to speak calmly. She'll be fine making the statement on her own.
Watch out! A new technique!
Ha! Ha!
Sorry to trouble you. If I had been clearer, you wouldn't have had to explain things to Chisha for me. She's really nice. It's just, we're not that close, and I'm not sure how to respond to how friendly she is. I didn't want to be rude, so I couldn't bring myself to turn her down. I'll do my best not to trouble you and express my feelings properly next time. Thank you.
Thanks for your help, Rover. We caught the culprit before anything worse could happen. We were lucky to have you here.
According to the preliminary examination, we suspect that these tacit discords were agitated by the frequency fluctuations from a scroll painting found at the scene. The energy remaining in the painting was generated by its creator's forte, nearly overclocking. But rest assured, we've calmed her down and contained the energy. The painting needs to be thoroughly examined to
Thanks for all your help. We'll take it from here. She fessed up when I first started talking to her, but clammed up when I tried to dig deeper. Well, honestly, she seemed a bit off to me. But we don't have time for that now. We gotta clean up the scene and get the damage under control. You sure can.
Why? Mingyang? Why are you... Yes, we used to take painting lessons together.
You? I didn't... I hurt them. It was a mistake. I'm alone.
Thank goodness I wasn't hurt. It was so close. Part of it, I guess. I saw that painter. She looked like she was losing it. I'm talking shouting, waving her paintbrush around like she was sweeping the... I might be off here, but I swear those things on her scroll started squirming around before the whole swarm of monsters they started to whack and thwack people all over the place. I was terrified and ran away as fast as not super clearly, but when I was running for my life, I heard her screaming at all those creatures, all like, "Stop! Don't do this!" I think she might have been trying to stop them from hurting people.
Oh, my head. Oh, it hurts. Only a bit. It looked like she was arguing with someone right before the weird... I heard stuff like, "That's a good thing they caught that. I've met my fair..."
That's strange. Huh? Oh, you're back. You figured it out already?
The painting blurs the line between reality and illusion, causing whoever sees it to experience hallucinations.
So, Mingyan channeled her forte into the painting, creating temporary phantasm. People saw her abilities and spread the rumor, believing she was the arcane artist from the tale.
The monsters described in the rumors were probably just exaggerated phantasms seen by scared people at night. In fact, I had sensed something odd at the mine, but after we met, I thought it was coming from you, so I didn't give it much attention. Come to think of it now, it might have been Mingyang's forte fluctuation.
So she was there at the same time we were. I didn't even notice her presence, but what could have driven her to create such dangerous paintings? From what I know of her, she doesn't seem like someone who would take such risks. She kept squeezing my hand and trying to tell me something, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. I think she wants me to continue the investigation. Maybe there's more to this story than I thought. Besides, I don't recall her having a forte before. Maybe this has something to do with me. Huh? Are you sure? I definitely won't say no to you. You want me to decide? To be honest, I haven't really thought it through. I remember meeting Mingyang in an art studio in Jinzhou before. I wonder if she kept going there after I left. Should that be our first stop? She may have left some of her artwork behind. That could be a... I've never tried to investigate anything, so I'm not sure if this is the way to go. Okay. After learning about the details of the assault, we decided to push forward with the investigation to get to...
Pointless! The witnesses on the scene made it clear that it was all because of Mingyang's greedy ambition that she...
I haven't finished my statement, Mr. Baizi. Yes, this is the art studio. My memory did serve me right. Looks like she's been painting here.
Let's find the clues.
This paper. This white jade countless mass. Whoops, I got carried away. Wait, yes. White Jade Hall runs a yearly sale. Mingyang likely bought her paper there too. Half of the stock has already been used. Different papers result in different artistic effects. Real artists can always spot these. White jade paper is my absolute favorite, but because it's so, I can't pass up a great deal, so I stock up whenever I can. It usually takes a whole day to carry all the boxes home, but I must buy 3 get 1 free, buy 5 get 2 free, and then... We have the same painting style, and the quality of our finished works is remarkably similar. Even if we use different brush techniques, our similar styles mean we should finish a painting in about the same time. Once a painter holds a paintbrush in their hand, they won't stop until every detail... There is a difference. The brushwork, the feelings a painter has during the process of creation. Yes, to me, painting is like a window into the heart of the artist. It is strange though. She keeps reproducing the same painting over and over. Waters and mountains rest by the pane. Valleys and this artwork is titled Serenity of Xiehua Village. The pigment! What? Huh? It came off with just a little wipe. Looks like there's Mingyang could have improvised her clothing as a canvas for her ideas. I used to do this as well. Whenever nature inspired me and I was short on paper, I'd paint rough outlines onto my clothes. After all, fabric used to be a common art material. It's a shame the clothes are... How could this happen? Being picky about one's work is second nature to an artist. I'm no exception. There's never been a moment when I saw my art outshining someone. I kept painting and improving. This needs to be refined. It's not... I had these kind of thoughts every day while I painted. It's true that one might find motivation in these thoughts, but they can also lead one astray. I felt trapped for ages, until I finally figured out the path I ought to follow. Embrace my emotions fully, and create, but if I found she was forced into this and... Hey, have a look at this. Seems like this pigment is homemade. Did she use a new recipe I'm not familiar with? Medicinal herb.
She must have been making medicinal remedies recently.
These herbs were used for medicine. Oh, I've never tried myself. My family always brought me remedies and soups. I never thought about how they were made. Sorry, I'm just not very experienced. I think... No, I might be wrong. Nothing. It's just a thought. Then... The vase must have been on that cabinet, judging by where it fell. Looks like the cabinet used to be over there, but something bumped into it, and that's why the vase got knocked over. I bet the water on the floor is from the fishbowl. Okay, I figured it out. That must be the reason. Rover will definitely be impressed with my deductive skills. A gullpuff jumped out of the fishbowl, knocking over the vase and causing it to shatter on the floor. Then it landed on a pile of paintings. Realizing it was in trouble and afraid of getting scolded, it slipped out of the window. Why wouldn't they? My family used... Sorry, I need to improve my investigation skills. Is that so? Oh yes, these are... I haven't done this for a long time. Yes, I rarely need to use my When it comes to painting, I prefer the traditional way. It helps me to understand my progress and artwork created with force, but it's fine to use it for the investigation. Yes, it could... However, they were startled by something unexpected, and in their panic to escape through the window, collided with the cabinet, causing the vase to fall.
This might be related to the Shangyun Art Exchange and Mingyang's breakdown. Let's follow these tracks and see where they lead.
The clues from the studio led us to an exiles camp. There, we found new clues that pointed to a hidden player behind... The trolley is worn. Maybe it carried something very heavy. Could it be they transported ore? Could the buyers Mr. Shilang mentioned be the ones who stole the ore? Scarlet thorn, indigoite. I took a look and noticed that standard pigments adhere well and last a long time. I did mention this back in this. Did she buy?
you?
Hello. We are...
If it's her paintings you're after, why are you here?
She wasn't in her studio, so we thought we could ask around.
I see. Just wait for her here. When she leaves, it usually doesn't take long for her to return. Know her? We go way back. She's okay in our books. Though she hasn't had the easiest run either. She helped us out a while back. Guess you could call us friends. She even gifted us a painting. It's somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. We're no fancy connoisseurs, but even...
I kind of like it myself. It's lively, bright, almost like you could touch the...
Can't recall anything.
My guess?
Well, but her little art excursion stirred up some
That's right, I saw her paint.
Sorry to interrupt, but mind if I ask what you normally do for a living?
Us? Oh, the usual. A bit of hunting, some gigs here and there. Just the everyday grind. No, not many jobs around. Just enough to scrape by.
I have an idea. Yes, I think neither these exiles nor Minion has told the truth. I noticed some of the exiles' hands were blackened. The thought suddenly hit me. What if so? They must be making a lot of pigments and ink sticks. The painting they showed us and the artworks in the studio. Her diary shows us she had major mood swings, which really affected her. All these strange things started happening after the Shenyun art exchange. Makes sense. I hear people talking. Okay, I'll use my turn.
Oh, Mr. Beitzer stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Ming Yan's paintings to the Shanyuan Art Exchange.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now she can't even paint, and our order is gonna be late.
Hey, watch yourself. I just did what I always do. She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her. Luckily, I slipped away, and the patrollers...
Someone was here earlier asking about her case. No patrollers, but do you think they could find out what we did?
Doubtful. They might notice we're making pigments here, but that's it.
It doesn't matter if they find out. We pose as exiles. And what doesn't an exile do?
But we should be careful. Remember what Mr. Beitzer warned us about. Keep these things on the down low. And if
So the Shenyun Art Exchange has been involved in Mingyang's case right from the start. No wonder they got all shifty when we brought up Mingyang earlier. It was his signature on Mr. Shizan's transaction record.
When I asked him about the exiles, these distractions...
I have a theory. But we need that batch of paintings they met. But there's so many more people in the camp now. How should we get in? They might hide all the evidence if we barge in like that. Okay.
This should do the trick. Now, let's see what information we can find inside the camp.
Never thought I'd get worn out from something this light. Wow. Thanks. I'll go take a breather then. Right.
These paintings are all fakes. I don't remember. How has this managed to be kept from the public for so long?
They risk being exposed if they transport through ports. We should look for more clues.
I can't believe the number of painters involved. They know where they all live too.
These addresses are not too far from each other. This camp is like...
Judging from the list, it looks like there's...
I want out of this.
Impossible. We've never had anyone quit from a deal. Besides, you've already taken the money.
You can have the money back. Every penny of it. I just...
You think we'll let you go just like that?
What do you...
A dead person. That's everything from our talk. Keep an eye on her. Understood.
This must be the warehouse they were talking of. There's still some leftover ink lying around. They're all from the... This batch is all Serenity of Zezhi Village. These aren't just simple copies anymore. It's obvious now. She was working with them to create forgeries for her own gain. In the end, this is the path she chose. I suspected as much, though I couldn't quite... Wait. This painting. It's the Serenity of Zezhi Village original, not a copy. Oh, I see it now. This was the painting they stole from the studio. These caught, but if you look closely... Well, that's because... Look out!
Leave it to me.
No. I'm just catching my breath. But where did these tacit discords come from?
Her emotions cause the painting.
But she's not even here.
It's just... I'm not really...
Maybe... She did see what I could do with my... Ever since I saw her diary, it seems like all those accumulate... It's all my fault. But... More exiles from the art exchange. Watch out!
Surrender your stuff.
A new technique. Watch out!
Did you really think we'd let you just walk away after you destroyed our warehouses and interfered with our... Who exactly are you people? If it's the paintings you're after...
Forcing people...
it's just for the amount of...
How could you measure...
Oh, so you're also here for the money. Look, name a figure. Well,
That's not what I'm...
then what the hell do you...
I want to expose everything to the... Aside from reporting you to the way you coerce the... Is something wrong?
You better think...
I never painted for the art exchange's approval.
First, we...
Well, that's quite the story. At best, this merely proves our involvement in the incident. Allow me to remind you, she was the one who created those paintings. Do you honestly believe her paintings would have...
No. Mr. Baitsu, you're changing the subject.
How ungrateful. She ensnared us in this debacle.
But before we proceed, I wish to present this audio recording to the court.
Oh, Mr. Baitsu stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Mingyan's paintings to the Shan Yuan.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now
She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her to...
Mingyan was initially only making copies. Everything changed after you stepped in. Trickery, misinformation, and later on even threats. She was led down the path of forging art. I do understand that if her own heart hadn't wavered, so saying she was the mastermind behind it all?
Even so, how is forgery a valid accusation? Nothing like that was mentioned in your recording, now was it?
This evidence clearly shows that these paintings are no ordinary copies, but your way of...
There's no such thing as real or fake paintings. You're not fooling anyone. For it to be forgery.
Mr. Baitsu,
Well,
then can you...
of course.
However,
What you're saying is all...
artists seeking perfection during our the original in contract, we can distinguish...
Doing so only proves the so-called original painting is created. How is this supposed to prove that we are behind the forgeries?
Because the original creator of Serenity and Shehua Village is me. When I was a child, painting was the only way I could express myself freely. Everything I did and didn't understand, it all flowed through the tip of my paintbrush. All that I saw lived within my paintings. Whatever I thought, I painted into reality. This power to turn fantasies into reality gradually caught the interest of many. Tales of the arcane artist spread far and wide. I took great joy in my skills improving. However, I discovered to my dismay that my parents were using my creations to turn a quick profit. They were sold at unbelievable prices. Some sought beauty in enchanted worlds, using the paintings as a distraction from reality. Others resorted to hellish nightmares to inflict torment upon those they desired. My own abilities had led my paintings astray. They were being exploited, and everything was spiraling out of control. After I realized this, I began to fear holding a brush. I tried to paint without relying on my abilities, but my parents scolded me for it. They called anything painted without using my abilities worthless. After the family business fell apart, my parents vanished without a trace. They may have left behind a considerable mess, but freedom has also been returned to my brush. Xiehua Village was my first stop upon arriving in Jingzhou alone. Waters and mountains rest by the pain. Valleys and peaks in the dream remain. Colors of vanity washed away. The painted world fades, forgotten today. A poem I wrote, inscribed on serenity in Xiehua Village. I know it's not that well written, but it's proof of my decision to stop everything I was doing. And that painting, well, it became the arcane artist's final piece of art. Ever since that day, paintings with special abilities gradually faded from everyone's minds. And I never used my abilities to paint again.
Well, that was certainly a touching story. But I'm afraid your words alone won't be enough to prove you created this painting.
Madame Juyao, to prove my statement, I request your permission to use and paint with one of these copies.
Granted.
Yes, to create the paintings I drew in the past, they were heartfelt creations. It's not just if my forte.
I mean, it's okay. Just, I don't know, it just doesn't really seem that special to me. Maybe I just don't get it.
So the rumors are
These
true.
paintings are really coming to life.
Happening!
Why is the world inside this painting so distorted?
Spectacle is born from the mind. This place must be a manifestation of Ming Yang's mind when she created it.
Why? Wait, did you hear something? Did you?
I painted it exactly like hers.
That voice.
Why is everyone still praising her work? It's all right. It's okay. She's gone. Soon, I'll be an even better painter than she ever was.
Watch out!
It's you! I've already done everything I can! Why are you still better than me? Lucky. If it weren't for your parents holding your hands, you'd never have what could be rightfully mine!
Capture the spark!
Target confirmed. All is fair in war.
Still, I couldn't do it. Why? I perfected
everything. It's all because of your abilities.
My abilities have nothing to do with it. You created masterpieces I wish came from me. Bold, free. I know our paintings have their differences, but the heart and soul we put into them are the same. You shouldn't see me as a model to follow. Only when you connect with your truest feelings can you create an exceptional piece of art. Little by little. When I learned the truth, I believed that by sealing but Rover's words, it was never about the paint. Mr. Baitsu, you run a highly esteemed calligraphy and painting institution, yet you've suppressed the creative spirit. Everything they cherished has now become a tool for profit. Set before you is the original painting from many years ago, and the one I've just completed. Now, everything has been brought to light.
We received word from the Public Security Bureau 10 minutes ago that they have taken the exiles into custody and found the location where the paintings were hidden. Mr. Baitsu, do you have anything else to add to your defense? Very well. We will reevaluate Mingyan's charges, determine the Shangyun Art Exchange's involvement in the incident, and conduct a comprehensive investigation as soon as... This hearing is adjourned.